Hello everyone. Today I'm going to discuss all the presidents of the United States of America, and I will be talking about 23 presidents in this video, and I will cover the rest of the presidents in video number 2. So I will give the link of video number 2 in the description of this video, so then you can watch both these videos. So let's start from George Washington. George Washington was the first president of USA, and he ruled the country from 1789 to 1797, and he was a military general as well, and he led the army of the then 13 colonies in the war against British. He is known as the father of his country. The second president of USA is John Adams, and he ruled the country from 1797 to 1801, and he is considered as the first and a real federalist of USA, and he was a diplomat, a writer, a lawyer, and he has also served as vice president under George Washington presidency. The third president of USA is Thomas Jefferson, and he ruled the country from 1801 to 1809. He was from Democratic Republican Party, and he was a lawyer too, and he is considered as the first Secretary of State, and he also served as vice president under John Adams' presidency. The fourth president of USA is James Madison, and he ruled the country from 1809 to 1817, and he was from Democratic Republican Party, and he is known as the father of the Constitution, and he was a lawyer too. The president number 5 of USA is James Monroe, and he ruled the country from 1817 to 1825, and he was from Democratic Republican. He was a lawyer too, and he is best known for establishing the principles of the foreign policy of USA. The next president of USA, which is the sixth one, is John Quincy Adams, and he ruled the country from 1825 to 1829, and he was from National Republican Party, and he was a lawyer too. Andrew Jackson is the seventh president of USA, and he ruled the country from 1829 to 1837, and he was Democrat, a soldier, and he is considered as the founder of Democratic Party in USA. Number 8 is Martin Van Buren, and he ruled the country from 1837 to 1841. He was a Democrat and also served as the ninth governor of New York, and he has two nicknames. One was a little magician, and the second one was a red fox. And he was a very cunning politician too. During his regime, he faced economic depression, and first he was a liar too. William Henry Harrison is the ninth president of USA, and he ruled the country for a few days. He took charge as a president in 1841, and he was from Whig Party, and he died after taking charge of his presidency after 31 days. And after 31 days, he died due to severe fever. Some people say he had typhoid or pneumonia at that time, but still not known the exact disease due to which he died. His rule was the shortest in ever, and that was 31 days, and he was a military officer as well. The 10th president of USA was John Tylor, and he ruled the country from 1841 to 1845. He was also from Whig Party, and the annexation of Texas took place during his regime. And he also served as the vice president under William H. Harrison regime, and he was a lawyer too. The president, James K. Polk, was the 11th president of USA, and his rule was from 1845 to 1849, and he was from Democrat Party, and so he was a Democrat, and he also served as Speaker of the House of Representatives earlier, and also served as the Governor of Tennessee, and he was famous for territorial expansion, so he is known as expansionist as well, and he was a liar too. The next president, which is Zachary Taylor, and his rule was from 1849 to 1850. He ruled the country for 1 year because he died. So he was from Whig Party, and he was army officer too. And he is considered as the winner of Mexican-American War, and he died after 1 year due to stomach disease, experts say. Millard Fillmore was the 13th president of USA, and he ruled the country from 1850 to 1853, and he was also from Whig Party, and it was his regime when California was admitted as a free state, and he also served as inspector of the New York militia, and also served as the vice president under Zachary Taylor presidency, and he was a liar too. Franklin Pierce was the 14th president of USA, and he ruled the country from 1853 to 1857. He was a Democrat, and he was pro-slavery, and he was a liar too. The 15th president of USA was James Buchanan, and he ruled the country from 1857 to 1861, and he was a Democrat also, and previously served as the Secretary of the State, and he was the last president before the starting of the Civil War in USA, and he was a liar too before. Abraham Lincoln is the 16th president of USA, and he ruled the country from 1861 to 1865, and he was a liar, and he was from National Union Party, and he led the nation in Civil War, and he was a great protagonist of freedom of speech, and later on he was assassinated. Andrew Johnson is the 17th president of USA, and he ruled the country from 1865 to 1869, and he was from National Union Party, and he was impeached among the three presidents. He was the one among the three presidents who were impeached. Ulysses S. Grant was the 18th president of USA, and he ruled the country from 1869 to 1877, and he remained twice as the president of USA, and he was from National Union Party. He was a soldier too, and he got victory in the Civil War during his regime. Rutherford B is the 19th president of USA, and he ruled the country from 1877 to 1881, and he was from Republican Party, and he also served as the governor of Ohio State earlier, and he also protected slave rights since he was a liar too. James A. Garfield was the 20th president of USA, and he ruled the country for a few months, almost 6.5 months. In 1881, he took charge as the president of USA, and he was from Republican, and he was assassinated after 6.5 months later, and he educated agriculture technology, and he also fought for the civil rights of African Americans. The 21st president of USA was Chester Arthur, and he ruled the country from 1881 to 1885, and he was a quartermaster general of the New York militia, and he passed Chinese Exclusion Act, and he was a liar too. The 22nd president of USA was Grover Cleveland, and he ruled the country from 1885 to 1889, and he was a Democrat, a liar, and he opposed the high tariff, the high taxes at that time. The 23rd and the last president in this video is Benjamin Harrison, and he ruled the country from 1889 to 1893. He was a Republican, he was a liar too, and he was the grandson of the 9th president, which was William Henry Harrison, W.H. Harrison. An addition of 6 new states took place during his regime, and he also promoted exports. So subscribe this channel, and I will give the link of the second video in the description of this video. Thank you very much.